Hey guys, it is time to do my meds and get my day going because I start work in 2.5 hours. So, nervous? Quite a bit. I know I'll be fine. It's not like I don't know how to do the job. It's been a few months, and so I'm nervous. But I will be fine. That's why I'm up so early, though, because I just couldn't sleep. I had a really rough sleep, and now I'm awake and can't really sleep. Just anxious to get back into the swing of things. I know it'll be fine, though. I just keep telling myself it's going to be fine. So, I have 3 more days of this left. And then I'm going to be going to get it tomorrow, actually. It's called Weber Naturals is the brand. And then the whatever you want to call it, medicine or whatever, is Fiber 4. And so doing some research, it is a probiotic and a prebiotic, just like the one I'm taking now, and also a fiber supplement, which I'm supposed to take anyways. I just never got around to getting Benefiber before I went off work, and Metamucil, I can't stand the taste of it, so drinking it wasn't an option. And then it turns like a goop or a slime, so I couldn't put it through my tube, so I never went back to using the Metamucil. So this will give me everything I need. My probiotic, my prebiotic, and the fiber. Woo. Alright, so that's my probiotic done. I'm very thankful once again that I have this pill crusher. It is a lot easier to use than the ones that I had been using. And like I said, even if when the time comes that I get off the feeding tube, I'm still going to have to crush up my meds and figure a way to take them, because just because I don't have a tube no more doesn't mean I can swallow. Right? So, yes, I can swallow things sometimes, and yes, sometimes I can swallow pills, but also a lot of times I choke on meds. Just like, yes, I can eat, but there are times I do choke. Like the other night, I was terrified I was going to choke on the burgers because they were ground beef, and I usually always choke on ground beef. I was hoping, and I believe I was correct, that because it had been, flattened out together or whatever, mounted together, that I wouldn't choke on it, and I didn't. Now, I did end up with an extremely upset stomach that night that has continued since then, but I believe it's unrelated to that incident now, because there's absolutely zero chance that I still have ground beef in my stomach, unless all of a sudden my stomach is completely closed, which I know it's not. So, I am very fortunate that I just have mild to moderate gastroparesis, and that it's not severe gastroparesis, because I know of people that have severe gastroparesis or who have had it, and yeah, no, I never want that. I don't want this, but I'd rather mild over severe if I have to have it. Okay, set that there. start off the morning on my personal computer, and then I get all my logins from my production computer. And then today and tomorrow are retraining kind of thing, refresher training. And then if you finish all your refresher training before the end of training tomorrow, then they are going to put you into self-led training for another client. So looks like I'll be learning another client. Potentially. Don't want to toot my own horn. But quite possibly I will be done. Alright. My Naltrexone. Tomorrow we up the dose again. So it'll be 1 ml night and morning. And I think what I might do is... No. I'm trying to think. I was going to say what I might do is I might take the half-ml syringe, which is the other one that I use for this medicine. And I might rinse it out really, really good and switch it over to using with this one. So it's 1.5 mils, but yeah. This one is the new one. This is the Metoprolol tartrate. And take 1.25 milliliters daily. 1 mil. God, I'm trying to figure this out. I feel really dumb right now. Alright, 1 minute. Okay, now I got that all figured out. I've never had a 0.25 of a dose, so we do 1 mil, and we go back and do a half a mil, or a quarter. My God, 0.25, quarter of a mil, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, let's just get the medicine going here. So we're gonna do the J-tube stuff, which is my Probiotic, my Lansoprazole, and my Naltrexone. And now my Probiotic. And a flush. Definitely love having my on-fit tube. I know some people like it, some people don't. But for me, it just makes life easier to do my meds independently. Because I screw the syringe on and then I don't have to hold the syringe, right? So it's literally just having to push the plunger in, which works great for larger syringes where, larger syringes where I do have to hold the syringe itself because I have, in order to plunge it, I have to be able to hold it properly, right? With the old legacy style tubes where the syringe would just push in, the issue I had with that is I had to try and hold the syringe down here and try to hold it and plunger it. And with smaller hands and big syringes, there was always something I had difficulties with. So I absolutely love the on-fit. It allows me to be able to do all my meds by myself. And that's the other reason why Joe got me the pill crusher he got me, was because I was trying to do my meds independently. Hence why most of my meds are suspension meds, because that way they can go through my tube without having to worry crushing them, right? So, I mean, they were supposed to be suspension all along. It was just a matter of finding a pharmacy that did that. And not, again, as I've said before, there are only 2 in town that are full compound pharmacies. The one I'm at and the one that's actually a vet clinic, veterinary pharmacy primarily, and also can do human as well. But the pharmacy I was at before only could do some of my med suspension, and the pharmacy before that could only do my stomach med suspension. So, life is getting to be easier to deal with independently. And once I lose some more weight, then I will hopefully be able to shower myself without further assistance and become 100% independent again. See you in the next one.